Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My good name is Cindy M Gentrix. If you're new here, kindly consider subscribing to this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So guys, today I have a variety of videos that I want to do them for you, but I really don't know if I'll finish because guys, I have this one. I have to prepare the two pamphlets so that I don't forget what I want to tell you. This one and this one. I really hope that I'll really finish them before I get distracted. I'm your amazing health nurse. Remember that, guys? Okay, so on to today's video, guys. I want to tell you what you need to know before visiting a hospital. It's very important that before visiting a hospital, you have information of what you really need to know. And hospitals, it's not a place that people go oftenly. It's to some people it's not really a very nice place. So before going to a hospital for different visit, it could be a clinic for treatment, for review, admission, or visiting a friend. There are things that you need to know before going to the hospital so that it's easier for you, it's simple for you, so that your visit is made easier. I think it's just making your visit to a hospital easier, either for a clinic, admission, review, treatment. So I'll start with going for, I told you I'll be going through this so that I don't forget something that I have planned, guys. It's very important that I don't forget. I will really regret. So if you're going for a clinic to any hospital, first you really need to know how busy the hospital is. But if it is clinic, guys, the first tip is clinic, either antenatal, postnatal clinic, you're taking your baby for medication, for vaccines. Just come early, guys. Just come to the hospital a little bit earlier so that by the time you're coming, you don't get a line full of people. You just come, get maybe one or two people in front of you, finish very fast, and then go back home. I think that is it. Come early. Kwanza vaccines, that it's best given when it's still a little bit earlier. The next thing you have to do, anytime you're going to clinic, depending on the hospital you are going to, mostly you are always asked to undress your baby. Just dress your baby lightly, ile it will not waste time for others. When wanakungoja utoe sijui rompa utoe, just dress lightly even for you while you will be undressing the baby and dressing back. It will be an easy job for you. Just dress your baby lightly. Another thing you have to do, don't leave your house before eating. Whether you're going to visit your friend, you're going for treatment, you're going for clinic, you're going for a hospital tour, don't leave your house without eating to a hospital. Because one thing, a hospital is not a predictable place. It's a place you will come, yes, with your plans, but emergencies do happen in hospital. Then the person that is serving the place where you want to be served goes to attend to an emergency. You see, you have to wait. So just come to the hospital having eaten, unless your appointment requires an empty stomach, but eat something before coming to the hospital. And mostly for those who are coming for treatment, for those who are coming for reviews, you might find your doctor is busy. The doctor you want to see is also engaged somewhere else, and there are some people waiting for him or her. So just kindly come to the hospital, eat something, then come to the hospital. Don't just leave your house early. Yes, that one I've talked about it. Even for pregnant mothers, those who are coming for antenatal clinics, when you're coming to the hospital, don't start dressing a lot of things. You also have to dress lightly, because when you come, you'll have to take your BPs. So you'll be wearing something very tight, and you want to take your blood pressure. You have to do like this, not just wear something very light that you can do this, or that the cuff can fit in very well. You'll also be palpated. Your belly will be palpated so that they know how your baby is growing. If the growth is according to the gestation, we will want to listen to your baby. If you are having tight clothing, it will be very hard for you and for the midwife or for someone that is seeing you that day. Okay. Another tip, another very important tip that you really need to know when coming to the hospital is that you have to be ready to answer a lot of questions. You unasikianga kai kwani we ni police, and some patients when you are asking them questions, it's not for the healthcare worker to benefit, it's for you so that they can know the best management for you. So when when you're leaving your house to the hospital, just be ready that you'll be asked anything about your family, any family history. So, and don't lie to your doctors, guys. Those questions that they are asking is just for them to predict in case of anything. Sometimes family history comes in. Don't lie, and it will be good. Those questions are not for us, guys. Don't lie, and be ready, because we really need information for us to be able to help you. I think what I've talked about, it's for clinic and treatment. Just leave your house early, wear light clothing. What else? Come early, wear light clothing. Come having eaten, because there are times that you will come early but you'll get a line watu waliamka mbele yako, so just come very early. So we go to the admission part, where you're going to the hospital for admission. If you're going to the hospital for admission, most planned admissions, they're normally for elective surgeries. So if you're going to a hospital for admission for an elective surgery, there are things that you really need to know. Elective surgery doesn't mean elective CS peke yake. These are surgeries that are planned for. So first you have to find out what you need to carry while going to the hospitals. These hospitals, there are some hospitals that will give you an admission package, and there are others that don't have. And the ones that are there, maybe there's something that you need to top up, maybe a toothbrush or a toothpaste, maybe slippers. Just find out what the hospital is offering before going to the hospital, so that you avoid this up and down, that you are already admitted, you need a basin, you don't have slippers, to avoid those inconveniences. Just find out sorry, just find out what your hospital is offering, and then you go prepared. The next point is that you really need to know the time that you're coming to the hospital, the time for your surgery, and basic information, like if you really need to come with an empty stomach or you can eat. So for these surgeries, that you can be admitted and then you plan for the surgery maybe the next day, so you will come eaten. But you can be admitted, then maybe in 1 hour or in some minutes you are in theater, so maybe you'll need to come with an empty stomach. So just find out before going for an admission of surgery if you really need to eat, or you need to go with an full stomach. You also need to know visiting hours, so as to keep your people at par. Of course, those coming for admissions to our hospitals, they have people who come to visit them. So for you to make it easier for your people, what you need to know is just find out if they do allow visitors, how many visitors at a time. Find out visiting hours, so that you don't find yourself inconveniencing others with your information. They can bring you maximum number. Okay. And the other thing that you really need to know when you are going for an admission to the hospital is probable cost of your treatment. So before going for that admission, of course, you've made that hospital tour, you've gone for a checkup, you've gone for treatment reviews, and they have already told you for this surgery you'll need this and this, and you'll also need this. It's very good for you to plan early. And if you have an insurance, check first, confirm first that the insurance it's paying for that surgery. If it's not paying for that surgery, you plan yourself first, then go for the surgery, or you arrange with your family people, with your friends, how you will raise the money, because some surgeries are sudden and you find your insurance is not covering, and you just arrange with your people prior to treatment, so that after surgery you don't remain in the hospital for a very long period of time because of cash. Otherwise, I also have the last point. Don't this one is very crucial, don't allow your people to talk rudely to the people serving you, guys. it's very saddening that at times someone will allow their people to talk to you in a very rude manner. You see, these people that are working in a hospital, these are your kids, these are your grandkids, these are your sisters, these are your brothers. And these are also people that they have passion to humanity. These are people that are also are looking for something for their families, and they're there because of their passion and also because they also need something. So the moment you go there, just take them as your own. If you need any information, just come to the nursing station to say, hey, please, a relative to this and this, I wanted to know this and this about this and this. So when you're told, mostly inakwanga tu watu wanakwanga wametritiwa vizuri, but now the few times that they have been there, or the few minutes that they have been there and they have not seen anyone coming there, they're like, kwani hawa watu wako wapi? Kwani haushughuliki? No, just find out with your patient if they have been attended to, if they're okay, if they're comfortable. Don't go looking for problems. I hope that one, don't take it badly. I also have I have few tips if you are visiting a friend, in case you're coming to the hospital to visit your friend. Okay, this one might not be planned, or maybe yes, it might be planned if your friend or someone had a planned admission. But if you're coming to the hospital to visit someone, there are also things that you need to know. First, you need to know the visiting hours of the hospital. You will not just wake up and come in and be stubborn over there. I have a patient, I'm paying you guys. What? No, know the visiting hours so that you avoid colliding with we normally have the cadets standing over there, manning the visiting hours. Just know the visiting hours so that you also plan yourself. Badala ukuje wambie you've come very early, you need to go back and come at this time. Know the visiting hours before you come. This one I've talked about. Don't go shouting. I'm making a video. Sorry for that, guys. That interruption. So as I was telling you guys, if you're visiting a friend, there are some things that you need to know. The visiting hours I've talked about, so that you don't inconvenience yourself and you don't find yourself in problems. Maintain a very calm environment when you're coming to visit your friend. You don't come like 5 of you there. You're shouting, you're laughing, you're listening to music, very loud music. No, this is your patient, and they really need a very calm environment, because most of them, they're normally on medication. Most of them, they're not happy about their situation, and it's also a hospital environment. There's just that feeling of a hospital environment. Don't come shouting. Don't come. Just come quietly. If you have stories, calmly. Don't keep shouting, clapping. No. Also, don't seek to know much about their condition. Just come and talk normally the way you talk when you visit them. And also, if your patient is someone who has lost someone or a baby, don't come and start crying over there, guys. What? You cry? Oh my God. No. Just come and help them to be strong in their condition. And by that, you'll also be helping them mentally. Because what has happened, it was very sudden. Then you're coming, you're crying. They're also crying. It needs someone very calm. You can talk about, it's not a must for you to talk about, this was your very expected pregnancy, I don't know, I'm very sorry. No, you can say sorry while you're going, but the period that you're there, you can talk about other things. Just let her know that someone is there for her. Don't go crying, doing some crazy shit. And also, you have to keep a good relationship with everyone that you meet when you're coming to visit your friend, because you don't know the next time, maybe it might be you. I also have additional tips for anyone who find themselves in a hospital environment. So the first tip is, don't take off your shoes. no matter how clean the hospital looks. I know there are some hospitals that are spotlessly clean. You don't know what was there before that place was cleaned. The hospital carries a lot of microorganisms, so please don't take off your shoes. If you're carrying with your baby, ensure they're not touching anywhere, everywhere. The hospital has, they can leave the place with diseases and they came very healthy. Ensure that your baby is not touching that. Just keep your baby calm. Keep your food and snacks closed. Do not litter the place. That is just common sense, but most people don't use common sense nowadays. Abide by the rules to avoid being in trouble. And also, if you're also coming, cancel your other plans, because you might come to the hospital and find some other things if you're coming to the hospital. So if you're coming to the hospital, just usikuje sasa ati nataka tu kupimwa pressure. Nataka kupimwa tu pressure peke yake. And there are some people on the line wanangoja tu kupimwa hiyo pressure ndo waende waone daktari. So because you've let umeacha mtu downstairs, unataka kupimwa pressure and they also want to get tested. Ama kilo. Come prepared to the hospital. Otherwise, guys, if you've watched this video up to this place, thank you so much. Consider subscribing to this channel. Hit the subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up. And see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. Adios.